Looked like a routine taxi ride. Two brothers, night shift, Derby Place gliding down the motorway. No sirens, no blue lights, just holdalls in the boots, silence up front. Driver kept it steady, calm as Sunday. To anyone clocking it, just another cab rolling through town. But that motor wasn't about fares. It was one link in a chain curling through council blocks, lockups, and hush-hush swaps in lonely car parks. That chain pumped bricks of pure coke from Dubai into British streets. No postcode beef, no flashy rap flex, just token codes, locked phones, moved so neat they could pass for legal. For 4 solid 8 days, everything ran smooth. Then one text, fired off in blind trust, cracked the whole thing wide open. Real talk before we start. This ain't a flex about private jets or quick cash. We're breaking it down. Everyday faces, clean passports, designer carry-ons, sliding over £65 million out the country, and how the same ghost tech meant to hide it dragged every secret into daylight. This is Ends Unshanked, straight truth, no filter. If you're feeling it, hit like, drop your thoughts, and smash subscribe for stories that hit home. Let's roll. Tell Nahanga never looked the part. No iced out watch, no exotic holidays, no obvious income. Lived in a tight terraced on Willow Close, Darley Abbey. Blink and you'd miss it. But behind that plain door he ran one of Britain's fattest coke pipelines. Age 45, he skipped the flash, chased weight, grams, nah. He moved bricks, pure stock air freighted from Dubai. Killers ordered, killers gone. His name never whispered on the street, not a solo grind. He built layers, drivers, counters, buyers, everyone on schedule, not street cred. No threats, no straps, just work like a warehouse boss. He logged orders, tracked drops, balanced books, all on locked handsets. His hush was his shield. From that quiet Derby home, more than £65 million flowed in a year. This wasn't a gang, it was a corporation, and Mahanga ran it unseen until the framework under him started to buckle. After the load hit UK soil, it still had miles to go. Enter Jaswant Kaijail, logistics chief, 41, Coventry postcode. He ruled with timetables, not triggers, routes, routines, laser discipline, Luton pickups, Derby drop-offs, repeat. Cash boomerangs through back streets, forecourts, dim car parks. Clocks set, scenes rehearsed, couriers stuck to scripts, no cowboy shortcuts. Killers slid city to city, unnoticed, holdalls in cabs, Ubers rentals, buyers never asked names. If a link snapped, Kaijai rewrote it, kept momentum. He booked the Dubai powwows too, flights, hotels, tight agendas. This ran like DHL 24/7, zero downtime, peak haul. Cops reckon £400 banked daily. No brick gathered dust. Kaijai made sure runners weren't muscle. They were assets, trained to drop and vanish. Keep it tidy, stay unseen until the veil ripped. While Kaijai moved weight, Man Rajauha tracked the paper. Luton base, 32, quiet on purpose. Never touched product, chased every pound, ran the books like a CFO. Spreadsheets, logging sales, costs, debts in plain numbers. Cash wasn't just tallied, it was labeled, each bundle tagged with a token, linking every note to its deal. If a stack vanished, they knew the face and the figure. Crime built like QuickBooks. Yauha's locked phone pinged straight to Dubai. Daily numbers, margins, every decimal. No estimates, no rounding, just precision. Day after day earning respect. Cousin Nimrek, Bahia backed him. When cops rushed the London flat, Bahia was mid-count. 430k and neat towers. 26 and swimming in notes. Most folk never see. Together, they shepherded tens of millions without a ripple. No shell companies, no island banks, just discipline and secure phones. Yet every tab, every token, every log transfer left breadcrumbs for detectives. They never clocked, they called them offices, not stash houses. One in Derby, one in Luton, hiding in plain sight. Derby's hub, run by Manvir Singh, aka Manvir Kak, never touched notes or powder, kept gears turning. Cash rolled in nationwide, sliced into bundles, token tagged, queued for the next driver. His brief, keep the river flowing, quick, clean. Those spots ran like 24-hour lines. Coke in, cash out. One crew pulled collections, another wrapped notes. Every row had its lane, every lane its rulebook. Flats and small units morphed into high-capacity counting houses. At one point, cops believed there was up to 2 million pounds just sitting inside one flat, not moving, just waiting to be pushed out again. This wasn't some wild trap house. It was controlled, quiet, locked in. Phones stayed off unless they were needed. Nobody used names, just numbers, killers, token codes, delivery slots. Even when police were watching, man kept it moving like nothing was wrong. For 408 days, not one slip, not one delay. Then came the breach. Not a battering ram, not a door getting kicked in. It was the phones, the same ones they swore were safe. Inside the ops, everything stayed running, but outside the buyers kept the pressure high. This wasn't corner boy work, no baggies, no raps, strictly killers. And they weren't selling to small timers. They dealt with serious people, buyers who could afford to pay full up, no fronts, no favor. One of the biggest names, Michael Kareem, not in base. He wasn't just buying to flip a few keys. Man was feeding a whole region. Cops said he bought at least 9 kilos during the whole stretch. And the money, he didn't stash it, he spent it loud. That he rented 46 luxury whips, BMWs, Mercs, Range Rovers. Splashed 91k on 2 high-end flats. Jet set it to Vegas. Touched down across Europe just to watch football. The rest, designer labels, Harvey Nichols, flannels, anything that caught his eye. They said he walked off with over $1 million. Police barely got a fraction back. Others, they kept it low, quiet names. Joseph Davidson, Kelly Williamson, Mohammed Shafiq, Narendra Pasahota. All of them placed orders in kilos. All of them helped keep the product flowing. They weren't cowboys. They worked territories. Each one played their part. No title needed, no loud names, just results. None of them knew how the full line operated. They just knew it worked. On time, right weight, no holdups. And for a year, that was all they needed. But getting drugs in and money out wasn't just about the buyers. It took movement. Clean, quick, invisible. That's where the IQ Bar brothers came in. Basharat and Banaris. Not your typical runners. Proper licensed taxi drivers. Known faces in Derby. Local lads. You jump in their cab without blinking. But behind that steering wheel, they were couriers. Nationwide. Basharat, the older one, ran both coke and cash. While they ferried drops across the map, something else was moving underneath. Silent, undetected. The gang ran every move through encrypted. They thought it was bulletproof. So they got comfortable, talking open, sharing postcodes, drop spots, total weight, even sending personal photos. One pic had a house interior. Cops matched the curtains to a Derby flat. Another had a dog in the frame. Same dog was found later in the raid. They weren't using fake names, weren't speaking in riddles. They trusted the tech. One member even sent over a spreadsheet. Profits tracked to the penny, right through the encrypted phone he thought was locked down. But they didn't know encryption had already been cracked. European law enforcement were inside, and they were handing everything straight to the UK. Message after message, delivery after delivery, all logged. For weeks, the crew kept moving like nothing had changed. But it had, and by the time they clocked it, the damage was done. When police stepped in, the whole map was already drawn. Nothing missed. Not the texts, not the face, not the deals. In April 2020, surveillance teams tailed a man as he stepped out of Derby home, hodl in hand. Calm walk to the car. No rush, no paranoia, just a normal drive across town. Inside the bag, 7 keys. Clean cut, high purity. But what he didn't know, cops were already locked on him. They stopped the car quietly. No sheets, no drama. Just a low-key arrest on the side road. The drugs, bagged. The packaging, matched encrochat pics. The time of the handoff, synced to a message they'd seen hours earlier. This wasn't just a bug, it was confirmation. Everything on those phones was legit. Every code, every kilo, every move. From that moment, things moved fast. Warrants signed, raids launched. They weren't just after the top dogs, they wanted everyone. Couriers, buyers, counters, planners. If you played a role, they came knocking. In London, they stormed the flat mid-count, 530k laid out, tagged, sorted, still being bundled. Other homes got hit with quiet force. One spot had kilos stacked, another had cash piled in 40k packs. This wasn't messy, it was surgical, address by address, step by step, from Derby to Luton, Coventry to Nottingham. The machine didn't explode, it folded, collapsed on itself. Clean, end to end. The courtroom was full, packed out. January 2022, Derby Crown Court. Prosecutors came with the full story. One of the biggest drug conspiracies ever seen in the region. It took 4 trials to break it all down. Over 8 days, the gang ran £165 million worth of cocaine through the country, stretching from Derby all the way to Dubai. Prosecutor Gareth Wheatman didn't dress it up. He called it what it was, an industrial operation, wholesale class A, supplier to national scale. He told the court that from just 16th March to 30th April 2020, the gang moved over £118.6 million. That's more than £400,000 a day. No wiretaps needed, no snitching. The gang wrote their own ending, straight from their own phones. Judge Jonathan Bennett made it clear. He told the court this was no chaotic street crew, it was a structured criminal enterprise, and the sentences would match the weight and discipline behind. Then came the countdown. Dawad Palip Mangar, 45. He took the longest stretch, 18 years and 3 months. Court said he ran the whole thing. He arranged big coke shipments out of Dubai. He moved with encrypted phones. Full control. Shaswant Kejra, 41. The man behind the logistics, got 15 years and 3 months. No mess, no panic. Just code systems and movement. Menraj Johal, 32. The money man, 15 years and 8 months. His spreadsheets tracked every sale, every penny, every margin. He kept Dubai updated like a proper finance officer. Menveer Singh ran the Derby office where cash was counted, wrapped and route. Got 13 years. No drugs in his hands, but the money passed through his system. Michael Kareem, 36. The flashy buyer, took 10 years. Bought at least 9 keys. Lived loud, drove loud. Joseph Davidson, 41. Moved both coke and heroin. Acted as distributor. Got 10 years and 2 months. Mohammed Shafiq, 38. Couriered cocaine and got caught with an illegal firearm. Landed 12 years. Nathaniel Collymore, 39. Helped clean the money and move product between sites. Got 7 years and 5 months. Ranjit Sandhu, 49. A courier with range. Moved big loads across the Midlands to the north. Got 6 years and 10 months. Kelly Williamson, 57. Trusted buyer in knots. Bought weight. Passed it on. Got 5 years and 3 months. Nimrat Bahir, 26. Caught in the act. Mid-count. Surrounded by over 500,000 in tight bundles. Got 7 years and 1 month. Basharat Iqbal, 46. Taxi man turned mule. 3 keys and £20 found at his Derby spot. Got 7 years and 9 months. Banaraz Iqbal, 44. Helped his brother run drops in disguise. Posing like a regular cabbie. Played his part in moving dirty cash. John Castledine, 63. Despite having learning difficulties, he was trusted, counted cash. Forwarded. Got 7 years and 3 months. Adil Sadiq, 35. Took over the counting job after Castledine. Processed the paper. Ready for redistribution. Got 4 years and 7 months. Jermaine Calendar, 44. Moved a kilo of heroin between Luton and Derby. No drug priors. Just recruited for the trip. Got 3 years. Shumir Connor, 38. ran a courier service that covered the heroin trail, made it look like regular deliveries, got 7 years and 9 months. Marvin Johnson, 41, key player in the heroin branch, helped push the network past cocaine, got 11 years and 6 months. In total, 18 people convicted, 67 years of prison time handed out, one after the other. A full takedown, the whole hierarchy, top to bottom, collapsed. The same setup they thought was untouchable got folded piece by piece. So what do you think? Did the time match the crime, or should the system have come down even harder? Let us know in the comments, and if you want more real UK crime stories, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and stick with us. There's always another case around the corner.